Oh, guys, it's official. It's happened. Henry Cavill is no longer going to be Superman. He's done. And I feel like I just got punched in the gut by James Gunn. I seriously do. Because I went to bat for him today, defending him and his decisions around what happened with Patty Jenkins and Wonder Woman. We can talk about that too. This broke, I don't know, a couple hours ago, I suppose, but it just came across my desk now. And it's important enough for me to talk about it now because normally we do a movie news show during the morning there, live daily at 11 a.m. We talk about all the movie news headlines, but this one hits me hard because I was really rooting. Everything looked like it was falling into place. We were finally going to get a Superman movie, a joyful, happy one with Henry Cavill, and he's done. He is done. I just feel like it sucks. It sucks is my initial reaction, is that it seemed like everything that I heard is that he was happy to be back in this position where he would be having the opportunity to play Superman. We just saw him in the post-credit scene for Black Adam. So I thought that, we might see something there more, but like they were going to pave the way for him to face off against Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam. And what does that mean for Black Adam now then? I can only guess that perhaps we're not going to see Black Adam either. Dwayne Johnson is done. It's probably Black Adam too. And what does that mean for Flash? What does it mean for Aquaman 2 and Shazam now? Fury of the Gods. You got two big other DC movies coming down the works here for the next year, and you're saying that that's not going to be part of this thing going forward. Now we know that James Gunn and Peter Safran had come on to head the DCU and bring us like this 10-year plan where they were going to work towards maybe like a new Justice League or something that was going to resemble a happy and joyous Superman. But it appears like that's not happening. That's not going to happen anymore. So I just feel like, yeah, it bums me out. It bums me out a lot. Let's get to the articles. Let's find out what's happening here. This is up on the big trade. So Henry Cavill on not returning as Superman. This news is not the easiest. The actor reacted to James Gunn's plan to write a film focusing on DC's younger years. Because Cavill's too old, apparently. Henry Cavill's too old, is he? Guys, I gotta tell you this. As much as this news sucks, Henry Cavill himself has taken this in the best of ways, and I should probably look to him for inspiration, but I will not! Because this bums me out. 39 years old. And as I said, it feels like James Gunn just punched me in the gut. And you know what it makes me want to... And I know this seems juvenile. It does. But it almost makes me want to feel like saying, I don't care if you're writing a Superman movie, James Gunn. I don't care that it's his younger days. So it's definitive. Here's what we know. The Snyderverse officially is dead. It's done. It's over. There's no more Snyderverse. So hashtag restore the Snyderverse, bring back James Snyder. It's all, or Zack Snyder. Sorry. It's all done. The hashtag fire James Gunn is probably going to go up in the next couple days. And this will just augment the continued bad PR nightmare that DCU has now. Because they announced, it was leaked that Wonder Woman 3 was canceled last week, and Everybody put their hands up in the air. Okay, does that mean that is this all done? Well, it didn't seem like we were going in that direction. Just cancel the Flash movie now. Just cancel the Flash movie. Like, seriously. Yeah, you just flushed down $200 million down the tube with Flash, but it's kind of like if those movies have nothing to do with what's going forward, then I'm not interested in watching them anymore. Because I thought, Flash was going to be like a cool reset button, and we would still work in some kind of a capacity where we would get more Henry Cavill Superman, but we're not. It's officially done, and I it's a hard blow for me. I'll get over it, but it's kind of like sucks. It sucks, man. James Gunn. The project will focus on the hero in his younger days and will star an actor other than Henry Cavill. We'll go on and speculate who could play Superman right after this, after we go through these articles. Because I do want to give Henry Cavill what he's due here, his final kind of bow out. I guess the final time that we will see him, if it is true that he filmed a scene for The Flash, that will be the last time we see Henry Cavill as Superman. And it just feels like you killed like one of our favorite characters, man. That's what it feels like, James Gunn. And I know people say, well, you're just overreacting. Don't be a baby about it. But it's just, I know the 10-year plan. There's got to be a better way to do it. I've got an idea of they may have on the table, what they may be wanting to do. But let's see. James Gunn is making his first big move at DC and will pen a Superman movie. The project will focus in on the younger years of the hero, and thus he will be played by a new actor rather than Superman veteran Henry Cavill. Gunn and his DC Studios co-chair recently met with Cavill to share the news, to discuss ideas for potentially collaborating in the future on something else, perhaps a different role. Why would it be a different role? And why would it be tied to Superman then? Do you want him to play Jonathan Kent? No. If you're going to wash your hands from him, as much as it sucks, just wash your hands of him. But what do you mean in a different role? The only other way that we could ever possibly see Superman come back in any kind of capacity is if they do go into that shattered verse, like their version of the multiverse, and we will see Superman again played by Cavill. It'll just be, once again, just a smaller kind of cameo role in a movie. But we're not going to get any more Superman with Henry Cavill. Full movies, full isolated movies. And the fallout of this, there'll be fan backlash. We know that. Like, as much as I am upset about this, guys, the Snyderverse fans, the Zack Snyder fans are going to tear. It's going to be tough waters to negotiate for the next couple of days on social media for sure. At this stage, Gunn is merely writing the script, though he could potentially direct depending on where his services are needed at DC Studios. I don't really care who directs it. And I don't even really care who's going to play him. It's just they're going to go for somebody younger in the 20s, I guess, because Cavill's 39. Okay. He's still young enough that he could play him for another 10, 12. You can play him till he's like 55, probably, guys. Yeah. And for the people out there that are going to say, well, they want a young actors to establish this franchise with them. Well, it's only a 10-year plan. He's only a 10-year plan. So if they sign Cavill now, Cavill will be 50 by the time they're done their so-called 10-year plan. Is that too young? No, because you know what's happening in the MCU right now is that they're getting Mahershala Ali, who's 50, to start a new series, the Blade series. So Cavill's 10 years younger than that, and you're saying that Cavill's too old for this? No. Obviously, it's got to go in a different vision, in a different way for this so-called 10-year plan. Which, guys, this also means if Cavill's out as Superman, that means those rumors that Jason Momoa is done as Aquaman is probably true as well. And him coming in as a Lobo, maybe. I don't really care about that Lobo stuff. I really don't. And it kind of sucks. It almost does feel like Gal Gadot is done as Wonder Woman as well. You might as well just get them all around the same age. So, now, I said it for the longest time that, yeah, that even if they did use Cavill again, it wouldn't be Man of Steel 2. It would not have been Man of Steel 2. But I guess that's moot now. Don't really need to care about that. Let's continue on. This is going to be like an evolving thing for the next couple of days, guys, for sure. Gunn wrote on Twitter on yesterday, among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing in on the earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill, but we just had a great meeting. What do you mean he had a great meeting with Henry? How could that be a great meeting? See, like, don't blow smoke up my ass, James Gunn. What do you mean great meeting? It's kind of like you're cutting one of the all-stars from your team, and you don't say that's a great meeting. Get out of here with that. Henry and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. As I said, what does that mean? Who cares if it's not going to be Superman? Though this Superman will be on the younger side, he won't be living in Smallville, so it's going to be past Smallville days, but rather will be with the Daily Planet reporter Clark Kent, according to insiders. So, yeah. Of course, if they ever did use Henry Cavill again, you know that, well, what happens with Amy Adams? What happens with Jesse Eisenberg? So that means at least we'll get a different Lex Luthor. And then we'll get a different Batman. Maybe. Maybe we'll get a different Batman. And here's what I'm thinking, guys. And I know this is kind of like a weird thing to say right now, but there were talks earlier today as to perhaps that Pattinson's Batman would be the Batman going forward. Now, I know that's not what Matt Reeves would want to have, because he said that he wanted to have a grounded Batman. And who knows how many movies Pattinson is signed on for. But if they use that mythos, they continue on with that, and they use a younger Superman, what they want to say here, and write a movie with him first, then eventually Pattinson Batman and this new Superman will meet. And that will be the starting point for a new Justice League. That's the only thing that I can think of. Which means James Gunn will have to have conversations, or probably already has had conversations with Matt Reeves. But we've kind of understood that that was going to be a side project, right? That was going to be something else on the side. Cavill, who announced his departure from Netflix series The Witcher following his return as Superman, reflected on the change in his Instagram post. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. Okay, so we'll talk about that over on Henry Cavill's post. Yeah. And let's just do that now. Okay. This news isn't the easiest. No, it's not. Because it is for him too. Imagine coming in and saying, okay, Henry, we know that you just left The Witcher and you just filmed that cameo for Black Adam, saying that he's going to meet up with him and he's going to fight him. Let's come in and talk about the plans and let's see what's happening. Instead, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be kind of like, Henry, come on in. I'm sorry, but we got to let you go. Great meeting. That's what James Gunn's saying. Great meeting. No. I'm sure he feels just the way like I do, like he just got punched in the gut. He's not going to say it that way because he's a mensch. Henry Cavill's a great mensch. So here's what he said. I just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. The actor posted it on Instagram Wednesday. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, So he was told to announce his return back in October. That's why he made those announcements on Instagram prior to their hire. Prior to the James Gunn hire. So they were gonna bring him back, guys. They were gonna bring him back. This news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. And so that kind of corroborates what Patty Jenkins was saying earlier today in her statement that she put out, where she said that she didn't really have a choice about Wonder Woman 3. And people were running last week that saying that Patty Jenkins had made a stink in the office and they decided that they weren't going to work with her. But no, apparently what she said today, pretty much what Henry Cavill is saying there too, just confirms pretty much everything that she said. That it just wasn't on the table anymore. They pulled the rug out. It's gone. It's done. Yeah, it's just kind of like it's business, right? Well, I guess it's easier for them just to reboot it all and say that, okay, so people won't get confused. But you know what? Movies and comics, guys, there's multiple Spider-Mans. Like we just saw the trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and how many Spider-Men are in that? More than 50 probably. And you're saying that we can't understand that there's a Henry Cavill Superman universe and then there's a new Superman. Yeah. Omega 095 says in live chat, after the Flash movie, they pretty much wiped all in Snyder's world. Yeah, it's done. It's done. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull that Patty Jenkins story on Hollywood Reporter, but for some reason the search button isn't working. Yeah, this is the story. Let's pull that up. Patty Jenkins breaks silence on Wonder Woman 3. There was nothing I could do to move anything forward. So yeah, so Henry Cavill's statement pretty much confirms what she was saying here too. They just took it off the table. There was no offer to rewrite Wonder Woman 3 because they just want to move forward with a different actress, I guess, as Wonder Woman, which is fine. But yeah, what he's saying here, as I said, Henry Cavill is a mensch. He's a good dude, and he's still gonna have a great career ahead of him, guys, for sure. There's still lots on the table. He's got the upcoming Highlander reboot. He plays Connor McLeod. So I mean, come on, I'm waiting for that one to come out. He's gonna be. There's talks about him doing a Sherlock spinoff from Enola Holmes. I think that's a possibility as well. He was actually really good as Sherlock Holmes. He was good as Superman, but James Gunn says no. Superman is still around, he said. Cavill went on to say he understands of his supporters want to mourn for a bit. Yeah, and I do, because I just said, I feel like I just got hit in the gut by James Gunn here. But that focus should be on the future of the character. So he's putting the character, he's doing what Henry Cavill does, right? It sucks that I no longer get to play him anymore, but remember what Superman's all about. At least we still get more Superman. That's what he's saying. He's trying to put us at ease. And because of that, that's why I'm saying that he's Henry Cavill's just overall a cool dude, a real Mitch. He's one of us, guys. He plays World of Warcraft and Warhammer. He's a gamer. I mean, he's one of us, and he's passionate about this stuff, and it bums me out. It bums me out, man. Superman is still around, he continued. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. But what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. Yeah. So he put that out on his Instagram right there. So let's see. Let me just pull that up. I want to read all of it out of respect For Henry Cavill, I just had a sad mood. Okay, so yeah, announce my return. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. Okay, so we already read that. I wish them all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest of fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn a bit, but we must remember Superman is still around. Everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. Like, he was just announced. The studio gave him the announcement there to say, yes, he's back. He's back. We finally got him. Our wishes came true that he's back as Superman, and apparently not so. So he's not going to fight Black Adam. He's not going to fight Shazam. What happens to those properties? What happens to those? Omega 095 says a new reboot with Pattinson's Batman taking the lead. New reboot films of Superman, the Aquaman, the Wonder Woman, and the new actors. Yeah, they're going to take the Marvel approach of having singular films. They're not going to start off with the Justice League, because we now know that the Superman movie under James Gunn is going to be about a younger Clark Kent at the Daily Reporter, which is fine, because that means we do, on the bright side, we do get a new Lex Luthor. I didn't mind what Jesse Eisenberg was going for. It's just kind of, I didn't like that angle of him trying to make him like his counterpart in, like, his role in The Social Network, that nerdy kind of thing. I didn't like that angle. So we'll get a new version of Lex Luthor. We'll get a new version of Lois Lane. And we'll have to just see how it goes. And I do think that somehow, somewhere in the back of my mind, I think they are going to try to tie it to Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think they will. It just sucks. Yeah. Okay, so this article just goes on to talk about his career. And this is the other thing here, too. No deals in place for him at the DC. Okay, they talk about Ben Affleck here. In addition to Cavill, they recently met with Batman actor Ben Affleck to discuss the possibility of him directing for them. So they wanted Ben Affleck to direct for them, but not be back as Batman. According to sources familiar with the conversation, no deal is in place for him to helm a DC feature at this stage. They also had conversations with the filmmaker Patty Jenkins, who will no longer be moving forward with the third Wonder Woman film. Warner's has been developing a Black Superman, written by Todd Nehesi Coates and produced by J.J. Abrams. That's supposed to be Clark Kent. They're not using Val Zod. They're using, J.J. Abrams is hung up on making a black Clark Kent for some reason. They're not using the comics. They say James Gunn's new movie is said to not have an impact on that project. And Coates is still working on the script, so the Black Superman is still going, but you don't want Henry Cavill, somebody that the fans want to see. You're not going to make that film. But you want the Black Superman with J.J. Abrams behind. I mean, seriously. That's not even true to the comic book stuff. I mean, come on. Warner says long wanted Gunn to tackle a Superman movie back in 2018. Whatever. I don't care. Toby Emmerich pushed for Gunn to take on Superman. Gunn opted to write and direct the Suicide Squad instead. Still, Superman has been a long favorite for Gunn. Again, right now it's just kind of like, I don't care about what your take is. I don't care. I don't care, James Gunn. And if you're a fan out there that's angry about this, use your pocketbook to tell them that you don't want. Like, when the next Superman movie comes out, don't go to see it then. Like, that's how you tell the studios that they messed up. But we all know that's not going to happen. We all know that is not going to happen. We know that whatever Superman comes out next, hopefully it's not going to take 5 years for this to come around either. Because they got a 10-year plan. How long do they get to take to execute a 10-year plan? 11 years at the most, maybe? 10-year plan, guys? 10-year plan. Omega 095 should grant playing a new version of his Flash, but in DCU, not the same one from the TV series. His series coming to an end next year. Well, because they had the Ezra Miller cameo in that Flash TV series, I don't see how that all is going to come to an end too. That's all going to come to an end. Yeah. And as I said before, it poses the question, what do you do then with the Flash, Aquaman? You're kind of right now hoping that people won't catch on. And the bulk of people won't. The bulk of casual fans out there will not know that, guys, this is the last time we're going to see Jason Momoa as Aquaman. This is the last time that we're going to see Zachary Levi as Shazam, probably. This is going to be the last time. Well, actually, Shazam is... Shazam's not detached anymore because it was this... Jaimin Hansu showed up in Black Adam. Remember? So Shazam is still is tied to that universe. It is. And they say, well, it's not definitive. You never saw them on screen in Shazam. But they use the same characters, guys. This is all just to get rid of Snyder. Early rumors before 2022 mentioned the Flash movie will replace Affleck and Henry with Keaton and old Batman and Sasha as Supergirl in DCU now. They to get rid of them. Yeah, I heard that too, that they were going to use the Supergirl Sasha there from the Flash movie as the Superman moving forward. Although it's kind of weird, though, that they did ask Henry Cavill to come back, because he said that in his statement, right? That prior to Gunn's hire, they asked him to come back, and they said that it was okay for him to announce that he was coming back. We heard that there's a 10-year plan, though, and as much as it sucks, whoever they get to cast as the new Superman, once we see the tone that they're going for, we'll get another chance at Zod, maybe? A new Zod? No, I think they need to hold back on Zod. I think they do. But it just opens the door. It just gives them a fresh slate to start all over again. It sucks because Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman is the only movie poster I have on my wall. She inspired me. And to know that she's not going to be able to close that off, because you have to get rid of Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa then, right? And I guess that would pave the way for Momoa to play Lobo. It just sucks. All right. There was a thing I wanted to do here. And then we'll go into some speculation as to who can take over for the mantle. Let's start off with Henry Cavill's start. Man of Steel, Rotten Tomatoes. 56% by the critics, 75% by the audience. So it wasn't very well received. And I said it when I saw the movie too, that I wasn't totally wowed by it. But if you didn't like and that usually had to do with the story or how they treated like the pacing and stuff like that. A lot of people like Zod, and a lot of people still like the casting of Henry Cavill, but it was just a little too dark and brooding for a lot of people, right? It's built a following in the last couple of years. So it wasn't the greatest start, but people liked Henry Cavill as Superman. He was a good Superman. And then it was B versus S, right? Was the next one. 29% by the critics, 63% by the audience. So not exactly loved here. 56% for Man of Steel, 29% for B versus S. The trajectory of that is going down. It's not going up, guys. And what was Justice League? 39%, 68% by the audience. And remember, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. The studio said that the theatrical version of Justice League is canon, Although it doesn't really matter what's canon anymore because you're scrapping everything, you're resetting everything, you're rebooting everything. So we don't you don't have to worry what they're going to do with Ezra Miller's Flash. You don't have to worry about that anymore. That's going to be swept under the rug. Um, the Flash movie will come and go, and they will recoup some of the money back. I don't know if it'll make 200 million at the box office. I really don't, because once people catch wind that it's going to be a meaningless movie, it'd be kind of hard to say, well, why should I care about it, right? Why should I care about the Aquaman? Why should I care about Shazam if it's going to have no bearing, as if it's not going to have any impact, right? And it sucks for The Rock too, because I liked Black Adam. I did. I had fun with that movie. And I guess that's off the table now completely. If they want to reboot focused on Matt Batman World, I will still keep Snyder's original Justice League in my collection. Yeah, for most people, the definitive version of Justice League will be the 4-hour Snyder cut. On the plus side, though, it will also set up them to probably have a better place, a better footing to establish Darkseid. Because I didn't like how Darkseid was kind of shoehorned in behind Steppenwolf. I didn't like that in the Justice League movies. They kind of like put him in the forefront. They put Steppenwolf out in front, and it's kind of like, no. I'm still going to watch The Flash at least, and hope for the original Justice League reunion before it gets all wiped out. Well, yeah. Well, and I will too. I mean, I'm a movie fan, and that's exactly what I was trying to say about whatever iteration the next Superman is. Well, we know it's going to be that younger Superman working at the Daily Planet. We know that's going to be that. Yeah, you just try to use that mentality, right? That at least the character still lives on, and we're going to be able to pay our respects in the Flash movie. This will be the last time we see this outing. The Snyderverse is officially done. It's an evolving story. It's something that's going to evolve. It's going to be going and going on. So let's see if we can pull up any ideas on who could play a younger Superman. Younger Superman actors. I have actors who have played. I don't need to know every actor, but who would be a good pull? Now, it would have to be somebody around the 20 age, somebody in the 20s, right? Because they said 30s is too old, so it would have to be like they would just be fresh out of high school, maybe. Starting at the Daily Planet. It wouldn't be Hecklin, obviously, because he's got a family. Tyler Hecklin. It wouldn't be Michael B. Jordan, even though I still don't know why. I don't know why that movie's not pulled off the slate. Like, that movie should be shut down, because I don't see how that movie could have any how that will fit in the 10-year plan. How the J.J. Abrams Black Superman film, like, I don't see how that would fit in the plan. How does that fit in the plan? Unless you say that it's an elsewhere story, kind of like what Matt Reeves' Batman is supposed to be. But a younger Superman. Ooh, who could be a good idea? WB just hates Snyder. Yeah, they do. That's all. But I'm looking forward to Snyder's Rebel Moon. I am looking forward to Rebel Moon as well. He can start his Star Wars saga version of his own Netflix. Yeah, Ray Fisher is there too. Good. Yeah, he is. We talked about Rebel Moon on the channel quite a bit. Okay, so they're not giving me any good ideas here. They couldn't do Noah Centineo anymore. Young male actors in their 20s. Let's try that. Okay. Timothée Chalamet as Superman. Yeah. No, I don't think so. So you're looking for here people with the with the jawline, right? Is that what you're looking for? That's what I'm looking for. Timothée Chalamet. He's going to have too much going on. He's Paul Atreides in the Dune movies. He's going to be Willy Wonka. I think that's maybe not quite the direction that they would want to go. And maybe I'm making this. Maybe I'm. Should I expand from? For some reason, well, they've done it here. You seen what I typed into the Google bar there, but these are all Caucasians. Oddly enough, who's this guy? Could this guy be a Superman? Who's this guy? He's kind of got the jawline, right? Definitely not. Um, yeah, that guy. Uh, so we got some potential Superman candidates here, maybe. No, not that guy. Thwaites, right? Is that him? No, not him. Um, I'm just casually looking here. Timothy, I still think he suit more as a reboot Flash. Well, yeah, it's a Flash. Well, actually, there were talks that maybe Dylan O'Brien could have been was going to come in as the next Flash if they were going to get rid of Ezra Miller. Dylan O'Brien, let's pull him up. Him as a Flash. How old is he? He's 31, so he would have been an older Flash. So I think they want to go younger than him, right? They want to go younger than 30s for this new cast. And it's just hard because you think of Timothée Chalamet, you think of Tom Holland there. No, that won't work. Cameron Monaghan, maybe. This guy played the Joker on Gotham series. I don't see him. I don't see him as a Superman, no. But he's got the acting chops. I would say he's got the acting chops. Um, I don't know. You'd have to. It would maybe you would just have to go with a nobody, somebody who hasn't played him, somebody you just wouldn't be expecting, right? Not a familiar face. Timothée Chalamet for Flash could work. Yeah, it could work. You know, he could definitely carry it. He could do it. Um, I was trying to think of an actor here. Not Barry Keoghan because he's in Matt Reeves' Batman universe. Not Zac Efron. He's too old, obviously. If Cavill's too old, then Zac Efron's too old. Although I don't think they're too old. Um, Not Alden Ehrenreich. Okay. So maybe this search parameters was not the best. Maybe it wasn't the best. I'm just. Did you mean young actors in their 20s? Yes, I did. I'm going to have to cogitate on this for the next couple of days, guys, on who can play a younger Superman. If they're going to. Not Harry Styles. Yeah. No. He doesn't. I think he can act, but I don't think he's got the chops for it. And whoever it is, we're not going to see a good representation of a photo of them here because they would have to bulk up, right? They'd have to hit the gym like Henry Cavill did for the version that they would be going for. And you know what? They could put an Asian Superman in there. Why not? Or sorry, is that PC anymore? I can't say that anymore. The guy who played Archie in Riverdale, he was going to be one of the Wonder Twins. Could he be the Superman? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that would be a bad take, right? No, I don't see Superman there. I don't know. I'm just looking. Such a difficult casting. Whoever they do, it's going to be one of those things that'll be you see him and you'd be like, yeah, that's who. You'll like it anyway. Iman Esfandi as Superman. He just got cast as Ezra in. That's possible. Let's take a look at that. Oops. got a little bit of the Christopher Reeves thing going on there, right? Maybe a little bit. How old is this guy? Why am I not seeing it? Damn you. Let's just go to his IMDb. Hopefully they got his age on there. But yeah, you don't have to keep it like that. I could see that as a Superman, maybe. He's got the cut of the jawline for a Superman. I'm not watching it anymore. Sad news today. Jobster Gaming says, yeah, we're just looking at potential possibilities to take it over. I'll just reiterate to you, Jobster, there what I said at the beginning, that it felt like a punch in the stomach from James Gunn. And once what Henry said there, mourn for a couple days here, mourn for it, but just know that Superman's still going to be around. Know that the character's still going to be there, and to give it a chance. And we all say, well, no, fire James Gunn now, fire him. But you know that once they get on board with this project, hopefully sooner rather than later, don't make us wait 5 years for them to start casting. No. Make this thing happen fast. I want to know who's going to be the next Superman by next summer. I want them shooting the next Superman by next summer. But we'll have to see. E-Man is 26. So, yeah, that could be a possibility. And why not? But definitely not the guy from Riverdale. That's not who I would put in. Yeah, there's possibilities out there. I'm just not thinking of them right now because I'll have to sleep on it and think up some new ideas. Yeah, it'll be somebody that we probably don't know all that well. But it does kind of excite me a little bit because then we'll get a new Lex Luthor. We'll get a new Zod. We'll get a new, well, actually Amy Adams was good as oh God, hopefully not Pete Davidson, please, for the love of God. No, he wouldn't make a good Superman. Chloe Grace Moretz. Nah, she's not tall enough for Wonder Woman. She's like 5'4". All right. They're not really showing me that many people. Okay. I can't think of anyone else. Maybe somebody from the Stranger Things cast? No. I don't think so. Well, this story will be evolving, guys, and we'll learn more about it tomorrow morning for sure. We do a movie news live show daily, 11 a.m. Eastern, where we talk about all the big movie news headlines. This is what we talked about today. We talked about that Patty Jenkins statement, so for sure. Well, it's an evolving thing. I just wish they would tell us some good news instead of all these bad news kinds of things, because people are going to be thumbs downing. Let me go to the Twitter and see if it's already even trending. Let's see if what hashtags are trending right now, because this is how I learned about it. I saw that Henry Cavill was trending, and Superman is trending. So let's take a look at that. Let's see what's now. It is Twitter, so I guess I should maybe censor some of this because, well, people make decompose nudity and stuff. So that's weird. Just a month ago, Henry Cavill quit a hit franchise to link up with DC and HBO to become Superman again. And they're like, nah, never mind. That's kind of effed, honestly. Yeah, and it is. And he said that in a statement that they said the studio told him to announce that he's going to be back, but he's no longer going to return. James Gunn is currently working on a Superman film that takes place in the hero's early days as a reporter at Metropolis. Yeah. I was hyped when I see Henry Cavill on Black Adam's now, thumbs down. Yeah, that's what I was saying too at the beginning of the show, Jobster Gaming, is that we just saw him in the post-credits for Black Adam, and I was like, yeah, they're going to tee that up. The Rock has got a plan for for Black Adam to fight Superman, our Superman, Henry Cavill, in the next movie or in the third movie. We're going to see that showdown happen. Now we're not. And you know who would be upset about this too? Like this is going to have like a ripple effect. It's going to affect uh, The Rock and Dwayne Johnson. He spent years to try to bring us that Black Adam movie. For it to fizzle out just like this now sucks. Heartbroken for Henry Cavill. The man truly loved playing this character, and he had his own hopes and dreams for what he wanted to accomplish with Superman on the big screen. We love you, Henry. Yeah, he even said in his announcement back that he was going to be happy to bring us the happy, joyful Superman. The one that we all kind of looked up to for inspiration. He was going to be happy to deliver that to us, and we're not going to get that because of James Gunn. I guess we can't see Black Adam versus Superman. Yeah, we're not going to see that version of them. Be initial stages. Like this news should in normal circumstances be very joyous. It should be a very happy thing for us. But because you're getting rid of Cavill, it's not. So this can't be that difficult. A solo Batman film, a Henry Cavill sequel, both have Wonder Woman appearances leading to Wonder Woman 3, helping her return to Themyscira and Homecoming to recruit Amazons, all leading to Justice League 2. How hard is that? Well, yeah, that would be the simple plan that a lot of people wanted to see. Not anymore. At this stage, he's just merely writing the script. I don't know why Black Adam failed with marketing like this. And I still think that I don't think that Black Adam failed. But yeah, people are going to be online with this. Let me see if Henry Cavill's trending on Twitter. Let's pull up those because people will be wanting to pay their respects. Kim Orchard says we can't. So can we get Henry Cavill back in The Witcher? It's not too late, is it? Well, he walked away from it, and they kind of already offered a contract to Liam Hemsworth. That's a mess now too. Imagine how you feel about that. You walk away from The Witcher because you think that you're signing up for more Superman, and now you're not. Oh God, that's sort of like I feel that gut punch too because Geralt, he liked playing Geralt too, right? Whatever. Among those in the slate, Superman doing the ice bucket challenge. Yeah, I remember that. WB is pandering to Man of Steel haters. That's why we'll make Richard Donner Superman reboot. But Henry Cavill, he's gonna be okay. He's still gonna have a good career. As I said, he's got the Highlander reboot coming. He's gonna be busy with that. It's all in the can, so hopefully next year we'll get that movie out. He could be playing Sherlock more in Enola Holmes. I think he will be doing that for sure. And hopefully get his own spin-off as Sherlock Holmes. He's good in that, guys. He is good. He's a good actor. Damn. It's just, damn, man. Why did this have to happen now? One word, Henry Cavill Superman. Yeah. So people are out paying their tributes. In addition to Cavill, recently met with Batman actor. Yeah, they wanted him to direct, not to be Batman anymore. Yeah, so people are losing Henry Cavill as The Witcher and Superman. I'm not okay. Check on your friends. Yeah, so that's the double gut punch. If you're a Henry Cavill fan, you lose him on The Witcher, and you thought you were going to get him back as Superman, but no, you don't. Henry Cavill as Superman. Ah, damn, man. Damn. He was great. He was fantastic. Just sucks. Ah. Henry Cavill getting the Andrew Garfield treatment. Yeah, he is sort of getting the yeah, that's a good comparison, right? Because Andrew Garfield only got to make two Spider-Man movies. He didn't get to finish um, his Amazing Spider-Man trilogy, and it sort of feels like that for Henry Cavill too. And it sucks because the situation didn't really merit it. But I guess if you look at the scores, 29%, 56%, 39%, nothing was over 50%. It wasn't. It was just wasn't wasn't real. Ah, damn. It just sucks. I still want. I will still will watch the Batman sequel. Well, yeah, for the Batman Matt Reeves. But now, like, that's still in safe hands. Joker 2, Folie à Deux is still in good hands. But for some reason, J.J. Abrams' Superman still on the table. You cut everything else, but you can't cut that. I don't know why. I don't get it. Well, guys, that's pretty much all I got to say on the subject for today. I'm happy that you guys came into the live chat and talked with me. I was done my day. I saw these headlines. I thought it was just for me as part of the healing process to come on in, turn on the camera, talk about my feelings about it. As Cavill said, mourn it a little bit, and then just try to start to forge forward. But I don't think so. Not for me. I'm gonna mine this content for the next couple of days and just what is what is. It sucks. Sucks, man. Yeah, it sucks. Okay. All right, guys. What else can you find here on Mirror Domains, the channel? We do trailer reactions and movie reviews, but on top of that, we do full series reactions for things like, well, The Peripheral. We're watching Peripheral right now, and we're up to episode 5. So if you're a Chloe Grace Moretz fan, check out that playlist. It's in the cards. It's a nice playlist for you guys. We watched Wednesday. We watched all 8 episodes of Wednesday. That's on the channel as well. We do full movie watch-alongs for things like Mortal Kombat, RR&R. And we did Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. We did last week. Really good movie. Actually, really good movies overall. On the weekends, we do a Horror Weekly Roundup where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines of the day. And then, of course, during the weekdays, we do a movie news live show where we talk about all the big trending movie news headlines. And you're going to find something that you like here on Mirror Domains. For sure. For sure. If there's anything else you want to talk about, let me know. I lost interest in Superman reboot. Thanks, WB. Well, yeah, that's a sentiment that a lot of people are going to be sharing there, Nell Sun Studios. A lot of people are going to be feeling the exact same way. It's going to be kind of like, oh, James Gunn, you're writing a new Superman movie? Don't care. Don't care. But once we get some casting news, once we see what the new suit's going to look like and the tone they're going to shoot for, unless they cast somebody like totally not what you think Superman would look like me perhaps. No, they wouldn't cast me. I'm too old. Obviously, I'm older than Henry Cavill, so there you go. It won't be me. But you know what I mean. I'm just somebody who just doesn't look like the Superman part. I don't, you know what I mean. Like a Finn Wolfhard. Imagine if they put Finn Wolfhard as Superman. No, oh, I don't want to see it. Yeah. Omega 095 says Charlie Cox get a chance at playing a new reboot of Daredevil in the MCU. Yeah, he did. Grant Gustin could play another reboot Flash or a new actor take on the role. A new actor's going to take on the Flash. Oh, yeah. And at least, hopefully, by then they can. We'll get another chance at a Batman versus Superman, and then we will. We'll get a new Justice League. That's what they're going to drive towards, guys. A new Justice League and a new universe. James Gunn said the Henry is still around, but Henry claimed they done with him after meeting with the studio. I believe Henry more. Yeah, no, I believe Henry more. I do too. Because, as I said, in the quote here from James Gunn, they had a good meeting. It was a good meeting for Henry Cavill. Hi, Henry, sit down. Let's talk about the Superman role. You're out. Good meeting. No, that's not what Cavill. That's when you read what Cavill said in his Instagram. You follow that. It's sad news. He didn't take it that way. So yeah. Nell Studio says, I think Richard Donner Empire Superman reboot will suck because it will be cringe. Well, we're not going to get a Donner reboot Superman unless that's what that J.J. Abrams Superman was going to be. Because he was going to make Clark Kent black. Maybe that's what you were going to... Is that what you're talking about, Nell Sun Studio? Maybe that's what it is. All right. I think that's all I got to say for today, guys. We've been going on here for an hour. People have been coming in and out. The rumor of the Michael B. Jordan Superman seems to be happening in James' universe, in the James Gunn universe. Michael B. Jordan's too old. He's too old. Michael B. Jordan. The word talks about him being a Superman. But yeah, he's 35, so he's only 4 years younger than Henry. So if Henry's too old, then you know that Michael B. Jordan's too old. They shouldn't be. 30 is not that old, guys. Even 39 years old is not that. He's not that old. Huh. So basically, when you're thinking about who's going to be casting as the next Superman, think 30 as your cut line. 29 is the actual, probably the cut line. Anything over 30, they're too old. They're going to be too old. They want somebody young. They want somebody that's got like the baby face. Well, no, don't do the baby face like Tom Holland, because that's too young. Because Tom Holland's going to look like he's 20 years old for the next, well into his 40s. I want him to at least look like he's going to mature into that kind of a Superman, right? We don't need a baby face Superman. Early 20s. Sydney, you're giving me all girls here. The next Superman is Zendaya. Yeah. Aaron Taylor Johnson. No, he's going to be. Really, are they in their 20s? They got to be in the back end of their 20s, right? Miles Teller, Josh Hutcherson. No, he's too short. Logan Lerman. No. Zac Efron. No. Dane DeHaan. No, he's too old again. This is too old. Zach. And Anton's not even with us. What are you doing? What is this? This is a terrible list. This is awful. Daniel Radcliffe is our next Superman, guys. There it is. You heard it here first. Armie Hammer shouldn't be on that list. Paul Dano shouldn't be on this list. What the heck is this list? This list sucks. Actors in their 20s. Yeah, no. Kit Harington's not in his 20s. What the heck are you doing? Guys in their 20s. Yeah. Terrible list, IMDb. Well, I'll hunt around. I'll try to conjure up some good ideas. I bet the Black Superman movie will have Lex Luthor be white. Maybe. Who knows? We don't even know if that's going to happen. But it still seems to be on the table. Probably because of J.J. Abrams and his sway. That's probably about it. All right, guys. I've yammered on about this for an hour now. I don't really have that much more to say. My first expectation of cast as James DC reboot is Emilia Clarke as Mira and Zac Efron as Nightwing, Dick Grayson. Is Zac Efron older than Robert Pattinson though? Okay, so he's 35. Oops. And Robert is 1986, so he's 36. So yeah, they're around the same age. He's only 1 year older. What? Yeah, so okay. If for some reason that they want to use Robert Pattinson's Batman in their universe, Robert Pattinson's 36. Henry Cavill's 39, and Henry Cavill's too old. But Robert Pattinson at 36 isn't? No. What I would like is that they just make Matt Reeves Batman movies on the side, keep those on the separate universe, bring us a different Batman as well. Bring us a different Batman. Bring us a different Superman. Just start fresh. And there's going to be a bunch of people out there tomorrow then on the movie pundits side here of us. They'll be saying, "I said it first. I said it first. Here, I said they're going to do a total reboot." Don't pay attention to those people. Those people are morons. It doesn't matter who said it first. Do you know there's going to be some jackasses out there making big spectacles saying, "I said it here first. They're going to go reboot." It's like, who cares if you said it first? Who cares? Ah. I'm looking at a picture of Kirsten Stewart there. Could she be a Wonder Woman? Nah, she's too old. If Gal Gadot, 32 years old though. 32, could she be a new Wonder Woman? I think she could. I do like her. And she's getting behind the camera. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that we'd have to be looking for, guys, is looking to who can take over these roles, who can fit in, and who could fit in. Maybe she's a little too recognizable. Imogen Poots, though. I don't know. Of course, if they made her a Wonder Woman, and then they would say that they definitely would want to see Robert Pattinson interact with her as Batman. So maybe not. Maybe not. I hope WB will learn from their mistakes. Well, I hope so too, Nelson. I hope so too. Patrick's age is older than Jason Momoa, but still playing Aquaman's half-brother. Oh, okay. Patrick Wilson? All right, guys, it's been over an hour. I've been rambling on. If you want to see and talk about this more, as we learn more, we'll talk about it on tomorrow's show. I think we will do a live show tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. And tomorrow I'm going out to see Avatar, The Way of Water, guys, at 3 o'clock. So pay attention for my straight out of the theater reaction for that. It'll be up on the channel like around, it starts at 3. I won't get out till about 6:30ish. Maybe just around after 7 o'clock. I'll film it, put it up on the channel for you guys, and pay attention for that on the next couple of days. On Friday, we're watching Moonfall with you guys on the channel, and on Saturday, we're watching a werewolf movie called The Cursed. As I'm trying to wrap up my end of the year here to see all the movies on my list before I put together my best and worst lists of the year. Devastating news, guys. Devastating. As Henry said himself, it's sad news. And it's sad news, everyone. I will no longer be playing Superman. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining me in the live chat. And this almost settles it. I need to get a hot toy of Henry Cavill's Superman and put it up on my on my on my counter there. Out of respect. Out of respect for Henry Cavill and as Superman. It's time to turn the chapters now, guys. It's time to move on. See you next time on Mirror Domains.